everybody, and welcome back to SkyT. In the last episode, you remember, we started off on an asteroid in the middle of nowhere in this nebula. And well, we got ourselves into the mining dimension and our ore saplings so we can start generating resources, which is why I have diamond armor. So yeah, pretty much this last episode, we've done a stream and we built ourselves this wonderful looking base right here. We got ourselves a farming area, and we've also got the main area. The only thing about this place is I am thinking of changing out the deep slate to quartz, which will probably look a lot better. And if we look at the top right here, I'm thinking of putting a dome on the top of here made out of glass, and up here is where I'm going to be doing our applied energistics in the future. It kind of works out perfectly because we have these corner pieces made out of wood, and I'm thinking of this would be actually the perfect place to put down our drives, all of our crafters, molecular assembler crafters, and our crafting CPUs. So we should have plenty of room, and in the top middle of the dome is where the controller is going to be, and then we can run the cables down the walls and extend them to wherever they need to go. So what's the plan for today? Well, I want to get access to our storage here through one interface. So we're going to be doing that using simple storage networks. This guy right here. So we'll have a storage request table and wireless access to it using our crafting remote, which will be very good. I want to get into a bit of create so we can get ourselves our mixers, metal presses, assembly lines. Now, unfortunately, we don't actually have a building for it just yet, so it's going to be over here temporarily until we actually have a location to do it. So this is just going to be a temporary spot. And we'll probably do a stream before next episode where we'll build a location for it, probably off that direction or that direction. In the south direction, I'm kind of keeping it just for kind of the farming and mob farms and blood magic and stuff. As you can see in here is a barn kind of stuff where we have all of our animals like cows, sheep, pigs, and chickens. And we have all of our bonsai pots and botany pots growing us all of our resources. So we have every type of sapling growing. We have all of our ore saplings, bar quartz. And we have our sugarcane and cactus. I have one on the end right here, but I don't know what to do in it. All these other ones then as well will have other stuff growing in it from bonsai pots. But at the moment, we don't have those seeds or the materials to make the bonsai pots. We actually kind of do, but I'm saving it for later. Maybe when we get the advanced ones. But to actually hook all these up, I'm planning on putting a storage controller here and then linking it with a link cable. This should be the middle block of the whole room. Wow, these animals are loud. Get out of here. But yes, so the plan is to access our storage, get into create, and get ourselves a mob farm up and running. But before we can actually do that, we need to go to the Nether and get ourselves some quartz. Because to get into storage networks, this looks okay. This looks okay. But when we get to this network route, yeah, we need quartz. And the system would only work if there's a route on it. So we need to get ourselves some nether quartz. And we're also going to need other quartz for other stuff as well, like a storage controller, which is how we're going to be able to link all these chests together and only have to use one link cable to actually hook them all up. And yeah, that needs comparators, which is quartz. And we're also going to need quartz for this guy right here, the storage controller. And we're also going to try and get ourselves some netherite for this raw ore processing upgrade, which will essentially double our resources from the mining dimension, because it won't work on the logs, but it will work on this raw stuff that we are getting. For instance, like this aluminium chunks. And to get to the nether, well, we have to make ourselves a nether cake, which is made like this. So we have to go get ourselves some obsidian and cinnabar, which I think we already do have. Yes, we do. We just need obsidian. So off to the mining dimension, found some lava pools and made ourselves some obsidian. But I also wanted to make myself an enchantment table before we went to the nether, so we could have some protection and some enchanted tools for when we're there. Made all the bookshelves and laid out our enchantment area. While enchanting, I realized I was out of level, so I had to head back to the mining dimension and fight some mobs and mine some ore to get some more. One thing I learned, if you keep reopening the enchantment table, it keeps re-rolling the enchantments, so it's easy to get what you want. I then went ahead and collected the ingredients we needed to make our cakes, and then made ourselves the nether cake. Then it was time to head to the nether. I claimed some rewards that allowed me to claim a cake, which allowed me to return back to the overworld, and looking at the map, we can see that there's a fortress to the east of us, so we started mining towards it. And we also collected a lot of quartz along the way. Once at the fortress, I found a blaze spawner fairly quickly and took out a load of blazes, so we have a bunch of blaze rods to work with. Alright, so we're back from the Nether and we've gotten ourselves quite a lot of stuff from there. We managed to get 44 blaze rods and so much quartz. Yeah, we should be able to change out all this deep slate very soon. The only thing I need to get is an exchanging gadget, because trying to replace this all by hand is going to be tedious. Another few things I also got that I didn't include is I managed to make myself a backpack. I made myself a diamond one and an automatic feeding upgrade and some waystones so we can travel around the base a lot easier. And across dimensions, of course. But now that we're back and we've gotten our quartz, it's about time we make ourselves our quartz sapling quickly. So that's just made like so. And using our silk touch, we managed to get another quartz ore. And now we just need to plant it in our bonsai pot. Like so. So hoppers and everything's ready. I'm going to leave it run for a bit so it has a place to put everything. But now it's time to start working on create. So how are we going to do this? Oh wait, no, not create. Sorry. I meant storage system. Because we need to access everything because I don't know where anything is. And once we have storage, it'll be easier to work with create. Another thing actually that's easy to get is this return scroll. If you manage to make one of these, say if you're anywhere in the Nether, it'll allow you, say, to teleport straight back to your waystone. So this one, it only binds to the one that's in the overworld, or I'm guessing the one that's closest to you. I don't know what happens if there's two of them nearby, but essentially, if you hold right click on it, it teleports you to that waystone. So if you're anywhere in the Nether and you don't know how to get back, make yourself a warp scroll, and it's very cheap. Paper, gold nuggets, and some purple dye. Definitely worth getting a few of them in your bag, just to have on in case. So, in terms of making our storage system, we need quartz, we need stone, we need sticks, and redstone. We're going to need tin. Now, I'm currently smelting a ton of the ores, and wow, do we have a lot of stuff in here. 11k coal, 3,700 copper, nearly like 1,300 diamonds, or nearly 3,000. I'm only missing 2 for 1,400. 1,400 emeralds. We're about to hit 1,500 now in a moment, and a bunch of other ores. And we actually do have tin right here. So with that, we need to make ourselves some stone slabs and then use them like this, and you make yourself some network cable. That's only 20. We're going to need a lot more, so let me just make a bunch. That should be more than enough for now. Give me up more stone, because now we need to make some comparators. And we're going to need to make ourselves this guy here, the storage controller. So that is a chest, wood, some stone, 2 comparators, and for the storage controller, that's 2 blocks of quartz and any type of 2 drawers. We'll make this after we got the network set up. So to make a link cable, we need more wood. I do believe I have some wood lying around. Yes, I do. So we just want to make ourselves some chests, some planks, and now a comparator. First, we need to make some redstone torches. 2 comparators. We're actually going to need a 3rd one. And this will allow us to make that. Oh, does it need an actual barrel? Or does... Oh, wait, no, it's a sophisticated chest, isn't it? Yeah, it's this guy here. There we go. So this is our storage controller. So we can essentially put this back here. And now if you look inside it, or just by holding shift on it, you can see it's showing all of the ingredients that are in like one of these chests here. This chest right here, it's showing. But it is linked to the rest of them. As long as each chest is touching each other, it all connects to this one multi-block. Now, what we can do is, let me just put this crafting table over here for a second. I need to make myself 4 more crafting tables. Oops, that's 5. And what else do we need now? For the network route, we need quartz and a diamond. So here's our network route. For a link cable, we only need 1, or technically only 2 for now. And then for our storage request table, we need this guy, which is a dropper, which is cobblestone and some redstone. There we go. And now we should be able to make this guy. Oh, iron nuggets as well. I don't know where anything is in this chest system. Just give me out some iron ingots, I'll make some nuggets. And there we go, a storage request table. So, all we have to do is just come under here. So we just run some cable up like this, put our link cable underneath here so it's connected to that guy. And then we can just fill it back in the ground with our wood. And now all we have to do is put the root right here. Actually, you know what? We'll actually put it one in the ground. So the root goes there, storage request table goes there, and now we can access all of our items and throw stuff in. Perfect. So a couple of settings I want to change in here is sort by amount, JEI enabled, and autofocus off. Because I don't want to be entering the crafting table and start typing immediately. Whereas this was on, you start typing. So off. Now we have access to our storage. It's very easy to make stuff. So, sea lanterns. We need 7 of those. You get this by sieving sand. And now an ender chest. Do we actually not have a single ender pearl? No. Right, so that means we're going to have to either go to the nether and find another enderman. But we don't technically need this at the moment. If I get an ender pearl, I'll make it in a bit. But for now, let's work on our raw... Actually, no, we can't do that yet. I still have to go to the nether and get some netherite because I still haven't done that. Let's make ourselves another hot upgrade. So, TNT. We need 2 of those. And we're going to need magma cream. So we need some blaze powder. So that should be more than enough for now. Magma cream. And we don't have any slimes. Okay. How do we get slimes? Actually, getting slime is fairly simple. You just put a barrel on top of mycelium, fill it with water. This will turn it into witch water. And once it turns to witch water, you right click with a mushroom and it will give you a slime block. Like so. And then you just uncompress this and you get 9 slime balls. Very simple. And now we have... Oh, wait. No, not yet. It says we can craft it, but we can't. We need to make this here. So 2 of them. We're actually going to need a few more. I think it's 4 per upgrade then as well. So there we go. And there's our nether hot furnace center. We just need a few more redstone blocks. There we go. 2 nether hot upgrades. And look how fast this is going now. Very fast, which is exactly what we want. It does consume more fuel now, but we're making so much coal, I don't think we have to worry about it. Now, we can work on create. So, for create, we need andesite. We only have 4 stacks at the moment, which are inside my dank, which is nowhere near enough for what we're going to want. So we're probably going to have to go to the mining dimension and get a lot more, but for now, this should be okay. A couple stacks of zinc nuggets combined with the andesite now should allow us to make andesite alloy. 2 stacks of it, and then I'm going to turn 1 stack of it into 3 stacks of shafts. And then we're going to combine this here with 1 stack of planks and a shaft to make 1 stack of cogs. And then we can do the same thing again with 2 planks to make large cogs. And now, what we want to do. Grab out some wood. Do we have any logs left over? Yes, we do. Put down a bunch of logs. Eventually, we will automate this process. But with an axe, strip the oak. And then right click with the andesite alloy. So you can make andesite casing. With that casing now, I want to make myself a few gearboxes. There we go. 4 should be enough for now. And now that we have that, I need to make myself a mechanical press, which is an iron block and a shaft and an andesite casing. Perfect. Now, hand crank, because we need a way to power this. And we're also going to need ourselves a depot so we can actually put stuff on. So what are we actually going to be pressing? Copper, iron, and a few pieces of gold. Where is my gold? Only have 14 in the system. It's 400 here. So over here, we'll probably have our engine here. So we'll probably put like the metal press here. So shift click this on so it places above. Right click it on the side that has the little squares. That means that you can provide it with power. As you can see, it's now spinning. And all we have to do is give it a metal to press. So we'll just start off with iron, because that's what we're going to need to make ourselves the empty blaze burners. Stone and iron plates. And this is the only way to make iron plates at the moment, because we don't have a multi-servo press. So how many do we need? Well, we're going to probably need something like 7 blaze burners. So about 28 iron plates is enough for now. So let's get crushing. Now that we have all the plates, we can make ourselves our blaze burners. So I set on to 7 of them. Now, one thing I forgot to quickly do is to make ourselves our storage controller. So let's quickly do that and grab out at functional and the linking and configuration tool just so we can link everything together. I already made the linking tool. Why did I only get the quest for it now? I have no idea. But anyway, put this right here and select this, and now we can link it up to these guys here. Our quartz has grown a bit, so we can now put it in its own slot. And now if we go back over to the system now, we can see all of the logs in the system. So, we need to head back to the nether. Ah, lovely. We actually have some blazes here to welcome us. You two are first in line. Oh, we have some wither skeletons too. I'm hoping I can find an enderman before we head back. Oh, there's like 3 endermen over there. I'm going to go get them in a second. But let's get ourselves the rest of the 5 blaze burners. Oh my god, I was just like right clicking this thing to test. I did not know you could just right-click the spawner to take out the blazes. Wow, that is actually very easy. And the endermen I wanted are gone. So I'm going to hang around for just a second to see if I can get one. If not, then I'll meet you back at base. Alright, we're back, and I actually did manage to get an ender pearl. He was right at the waystone, so it was easy to get it. So we can now make our crafting remote. And there it is. So all we have to do is right-click on the root, and now put it inside our charm slots. And I've already rebound the button to my F button, so I can access it from anywhere in this world. It kind of works cross-dimensionally. I'm not entirely sure, but yeah, it's whatever. Doesn't really matter. Eventually we will get applied energistics, which will work across dimensions. So now that we have our blaze burners, what I want to do is make ourselves some barrels. And with the copper plates that we have, is this enough? I need 16, hang on. Actually, I don't need to keep running back anymore, but with the 16 copper now, I want to make myself some fluid tanks. And with the fluid tanks, we can put these down like right here. Underneath it, this is where we're going to put our blaze burners. Eventually, we will automate this using mechanical arms, but for now, we're just going to have to manually feed it. So, what are we doing with that? Well, what we can do, actually, I can put this back for just a second. I need a gold plate. With a gold plate, we'll be able to make ourselves a steam engine. We just need a block of copper, and that's all we need. Because once we do that, this thing here becomes an engine. Cool. Now, what we want actually now is a flopper. A flopper allows us to pump fluids into this guy. Other ways to do it is to get a sink, which we don't have access to at the moment because we need to get into Industrial 4 going, or use a mechanical pump. With enough rotation speed, we can actually suck water up out of a source and feed it into the tanks. But the easiest way to do it right now is just to grab out some stairs, 2 buckets of water, and make an infinite source similar to what's going on right here. So we have an infinite source, the center block sucks the water down, of course infinite source replenishes, and it just rinses and repeats. So same thing over here. You can do it with stairs to make it a bit more tidy and not have the water flow everywhere, because once you put it in, now you can see there's water being pumped in, and all we have to do now is just give it some power and it should start working. And you can see the thing is maxed out, so all we have to do is grab out some shafts, our gearboxes, and cogs. I want it facing up the way. Now, all we have to do is put our depot here, mechanical press, and run the rotational power up. So it'll probably be a vertical gearbox, give it an extra shaft, gearbox, and then run the shaft over. Now we've got an automated metal press, so we can put down more copper, and it is incredibly slow, but once we give it some fuel, proper fuel that is, it goes infinitely faster. Now, of course, this is not as fast as it can go, because the bigger the thing we get, the more stress it can output, and then eventually we'll be able to make ourselves a rotational speed controller and have the maximum speed possible, and be able to run all of our create contraptions off the one engine. Now the copper plates are easy made, we have made ourselves a way bigger steam engine. Now you can see the dial is way lower, but that's because we don't have enough water going into it. If we had a second flopper set up, maybe it'll go faster, but it's generating enough stress for us to work with. So what's the next step? Well, we need ourselves a whisk. Ooh, we're 1 iron plate short. Okay. But we want to make ourselves a basin, because now we're going to make ourselves some brass, because we need ourselves a deployer. And a deployer is made with brass sheets. Now, we're also going to require some rose quartz, so we'll make that now, and some sandpaper. And I think we actually get a diamond sandpaper as a reward. Yes, we do. So either one in your offhand, and then you just hold right click. Pink diamonds. We only need a few to start with, so that's good for now. And it sounds like our copper's done. So since that's done, let's grab ourselves out. Oh, I need to turn on off autofocus. That's why I couldn't exit the inventory. Now get some iron plates going. Put all this stuff away for now. Now we can make ourselves electron tubes. We only need, we'll make 3 for now. Plenty of iron plates going. Now we can make the whisk. Like so. So with our basin and a blaze burner, we need to mix together copper and zinc. This is how you make brass. This should make us about 2 stacks of brass. Yeah, this should make 2 stacks of brass. So how do we get rotational speed to this? Well, it's kind of easy. All we have to do is put a blaze burner on the ground, basin on top, mixer on top, and grab out some more cogs, and then run the cogs across the top here. Somehow. Can I reach it? No. run it across, down and in. Now we're mixing. So all we have to do is throw the copper and the zinc in. Oop, I missed. Like so. And give this burner some fuel. And now we're making brass, as you can see up top. So, because we don't actually have a place to work with, since we're just sticking everything out here at the moment, we will have a place by next stream. What I want to do is stick another metal press right here, and I want to get the deployer right here so we can make the rotational speed complex. It's done its first round of brass, so off you go again. Get the plates being made, and we're also going to strip more logs so we can make some brass casing. That's probably enough plates for now. There we go. You know what, actually, I think gold is the next thing we want to keep pressing because we're going to need gold to make our actual speed controller. So now we can make ourselves one deployer. Usually you would have this on a belt so we can auto-craft everything, but it's easier and more simple at the moment just to do it by hand. So we need cogs and iron nuggets and of course our gold plate. So you continue pressing and we need to do this one at a time. For the rotational speed controller, the precision mechanism, you have to give it one cogwheel, one large cogwheel, and one iron nugget 5 times in that order. So all we can do is put a plate down, give it a cogwheel, it adds it on. Give it another cogwheel, adds it on, and give the iron nuggets, adds it on. And we need to do that 4 more times. And now precision mechanism is made. Combining that with this brass casing, rotational speed controller, and now what we can do is pretty much move this, put it sideways instead, put the speed controller here, and stick a large cogwheel here. And now the thing is ready to go. So what we want to do is get this, actually you know what, we should have left that the way it was, and then just run this over one, like that, get the vertical gearbox, a shaft, and then another vertical gearbox, right there, and now hold right click on the front, max out the speed. Now look how fast this is going. We don't need these here at the moment, so we can remove those. And actually, let's rotate this 90 degrees this way. Okay, I guess it wants to lock it on there. I want this going this way, and then put the vertical gearbox here, and then run the cogs over the top of it then instead. There. Now it's a bit more compact. So the last thing I want to do is have a basin here with a mechanical press on top. And now this will allow us to make our important ingredient for our mob farm, which we're going to start now. So why do we need a basin pressing? Well, we're also going to need a few more ender pearls, and I don't fancy running to the nether. So we're going to make ourselves a stone barrel, and we're going to grab a bunch of lava. But we don't have lava being made at the moment, so we're just going to go to the mining dimension. If you remember, we had lava down here. I've already claimed a lot of the obsidian from it. So if we just come down here, put a barrel there with some glowstone, lava in the barrel makes endstone. And yeah, we can't access our storage system from here. So all I have to do is just keep giving this thing here. Can I put this on my offhand? No. Okay, so we just have to do it one by one. But the idea is when we get endstone, we will then crush it and be able to get ourselves ender pearls from sieving. It's a rare chance, but we should be able to do it. So we got ourselves a whole stack of endstone. So just grab out a little hammer and just need to crush it all. And now sieve it. Please give me some ender pearls. Well, that was a waste of time. Okay, I guess I have to go to the nether and get some, because we do need it to progress. Well, getting the ender pearls was actually kind of easy with looting 3. I ran into like 4 endermen, so plenty of pearls to work with now. So, what are we getting at that right now? Well, we're going to need ourselves a drain. A singularity drain here. So how this guy works is with 2 eyes of ender, you need yourself a tank, which is any type of glass. Are we out of glass? No, it's just for some reason it does not like to use Minecraft glass, only connecting glass. It's a bit weird. So singularity drain. We'll go over here and put it down in front of our enchantment table. Why is this still dark? There's a feral lantern underneath this thing here. Anyway, no, not enchanting it. Putting it right here, and if we stand on it, it will drain our experience and fill it up. And we only need 1 bucket right now. So 1 bucket plus, now this is where we need to get out all the ingredients, because now we're making GM chicken feed, cursed. So you need to press it in a basin. So you need a bone, a gunpowder, blaze powder, rotten flesh, and any type of seed. Grab your bucket of experience, put it in here, add all your ingredients, And now, oh, flesh in as well. And now we just need to power the blaze burners again. Now we got ourselves GM chicken feed. But we can't use this just yet because we're missing something. A place for the thing. Oh, hang on. Wandering Trader. How the hell did you get out here? Ooh. It's a song from the Bumblezone mod. Sure. Ooh, dripstones will probably be handy to get as well. I don't know if I ran into any of those. And we're okay for that. You know, actually, I'm pretty sure I might grab one because you can actually grow this in here to get more. So, yeah, that's handy. All right, now get out of here. Wow, you guys are tough. Bye. Oh, geez, it looks like he hit the ground or something. The way he died. Anyway, we now need to build ourselves our mob spawner. So let's do that. Alright, the mob farm is complete. Almost. A few things we need to add to this guy here. One, we need to add the mob masher upgrade sharpness, because without that, mobs won't die as fast. And I'm going to need some tinted glass. And there we go. So I've added a redstone lamp in there so we can turn it on and off for whenever we need. And what I need to do now is use this absorption hopper, come under here and put it down and show the area. Now you can see it's not near enough to that guy, so I need to increase it in the north direction. So that covers it pretty much, and then I need to do the same in the west and east, so we'll probably offset it that way. So now it's mainly just containing the actual farm, and now we can say up the way is going to be items, and in the north direction is going to be fluid. And then we can put down this jumbo tank, and that will collect any experience from this guy. So what I want to do now is lock every single one of these drawers. We'll probably end up getting a few more resources than actually is here. So just in case, I'm actually going to add a few more drawers. Actually, these top row here, I'll change those out for the actual 2x2s. So we have enough space to do everything. Oh, I haven't got enough wood. There we go. And anything extra can go in the top of those drawers. So I have a bunch of void upgrades and diamond storage upgrades. I need to make sure I lock these guys too. And now I need to give each one of these guys here a void upgrade. Careful not to actually click inside of the actual center of it, or it'll actually try and store the void upgrades. There we go. And I'm going to give each one of these guys 2 diamond upgrades each. There we go. So now we can actually link all of these drawers together. And now when we turn on the farm, mobs will start spawning Oh, is that actually an issue? Or can I get away with that? I might need to slab the roof a bit. No, it looks like it's working just fine. Okay, so we can have like gunpowder here, and just we'll remove the tank for just a moment. Actually, we could just put it right here instead. So that would be the east direction. We can say fluid and nothing in the north. And then we can just put like a trap door right here so we can access this guy whenever. If I face it the other way. There we go. So you can see this guy's picking up stuff now. We're actually getting ender pearls from this. We can put ender pearls there. Now we're actually getting slimes as well. So this is great. Now, of course, we're not going to get as many resources from this at the moment because, of course, we don't have the fortune upgrade, but we need an induction smelter for that. But we should be able to get it by the end of next episode. So yeah, now we can just leave this thing run. Now, let's do the final thing I said I was meant to do way early on in the episode, and that was get netherite. So somewhere around here should be okay. I don't think I should run into any lava since it's kind of solid land. And looking at Journey map, looking at the cave layers, it doesn't look like we'll run into any lava. Oh, we might need to move over a bit more to maybe here, so we have a straight run down. But looking at it, we shouldn't run into any lava. Actually, maybe over here we should do it. So a little bit further, probably around here is probably the best place to do it. So let's just dig ourselves a mining tunnel. Did we hit lava? No, we didn't. Good. Now we can just run down here to Y level 13, 15, and then just start vein mining around until we find some. This pickaxe is about to break any second now, but that's fine. I have a spare one in my bag. All right, we're in between on level 14, and so all we can do now is just either do a small tunnel, and hopefully we find some ancient debris fairly quickly. Hey, there we go. We got our first one. Right, if we had the scanner, we could try and find a lot more just by scanning the area, but of course we don't, so I'm going to spend a few minutes gathering up a bit. How much do we actually need? We're definitely going to need 4 for the ingot, plus another 3, so we're going to need at least 7 ancient debris. Alright, let's get to it. Alright, there we go. We got ourselves our ancient debris. So we can put away those pickaxes. And I made myself a void upgrade because all that netherrack was filling up my bags and I didn't want it all. So now we can just empty our inventory and smelt all 7 of these guys. Like so. Now using that, we can make ourselves a netherite ingot. And we need a block of raw iron. And I think we have everything. There we go. Raw iron or raw ore processing upgrade. Of course, it doesn't work with the logs, but for instance, any kind of raw ore we put in there, for instance, this zinc, put this in here, it doubles it, which is really good. And our mob farm has been going for a while, but the only issue we're having right now, but we should be able to fix now next episode, is all the armor, bows, and quivers and everything that are filling up the system. We don't want that. But spider eyes, glowstone, potatoes, and chicken can all stay. That's why we have the extra drawers on top for random items. Main drops go here. So yeah, I'm going to end it there. So hope you all enjoyed. And if you did, don't forget that like button, subscribe if you're new, and hit that notification bell while you're at it then as well. So without any further ado, goodbye.